Hello everybody, Recovering Geek here. Welcome to the channel. My continuing trial and tribulations in Eldritch Horror by Fantasy Flight Games, and our attempts to destroy Shub Niggerath and her dastardly schemes. Now, where we left off, we had lost our first investigator, Charlie Drake, killed during the Mythos phase, losing all of his health, and we didn't have any clues. We have no clues. All the clues are on the board. We need to pick up some clues. So that's what we're going to do today. There's two people in clue encounter, so we're going to try and get some clues. We have Diana Stanley here in Buenos Aires. We have Wendy Adams, the little urchin. She's over there in Africa. We have our new investigator, the adorable but deadly Lily Chen. And then we have our friend Tony, who's got a bit of a sprained back. He's got a leg injury. He could be paranoia. And you don't want a paranoid man holding a bunch of dynamite, but that's what he's got. So we're going to take some risks on this turn and see how it goes. So we're on turn 9. So let's move straight on to the action phase. So who's going to be the lead investigator? Well, Lily is, because if anything terrible happens, at least she's at full strength. And it doesn't really matter in what order we do them. So, Lily Chen, she is going to meditate like a true martial artist and get a focus. She's then going to do an asset and try and get that weapon, automatic, so at least she'll have something. Or she could get the lady if we get 2 successes. Do you know what? The Agent of Secrets would get a 2+2 skills. She needs, yes, we'll do that. She'll take a debt condition. She's already going into debt for us. What a girl. So let's get the debt conditions. Here they are. Here's the debt conditions. So she's going to go straight into debt. I'll take the middle one. Let's take the middle one, that one. So this one. So she takes a debt condition. So she's at 2. And we're hoping at least she can get the Holy Spear if she can't get the agent. And what she's also going to do is try and get rid of this rumour. Because I think after an investigator performs an acquire action, they may spend clues. She hasn't got any clues. Can do that next turn. Okay, so she's going. And when you improve, her passive skill is when you improve a skill, you may immediately improve that skill again. So if we get the Agent of Secrets, she's going to buff up her skills. So she's rolling 4 dice. And we're going to use a lucky rabbit's foot if we don't get... Oh no, she's not... Yes, she's rolling 4 dice. Needs 4 successes. It's highly unlikely. No, it's not 4 dice. I'm not sure if I've been doing that wrong. It's just 2 successes. That's what you get. You may gain a debt condition to immediately add 2 successes to your test result. Not... So we've already got 2. That was right. No, I've been doing that right, I think. So it's 2... And her influence is 2, so she's rolling 2, 3. Ah, she doesn't quite get... Oh, we might as well use the lucky rabbit's foot. Let's see if we can get a 5 or a 6. Yes! Haha! 4 successes! We get the agent. Agent of success with a little bowler hat. Gain +1 for law, +1 observation. So, and with Lily's passive skill, she gets +2 to those. That's how I read it. If anybody thinks I'm wrong, let me know. So, she gets +2 on her observation and +2 on her law. Both of which were at 2, so now they're at 4. Oh, well done. Well done, Lily. Well, that's a great asset. And she can re-roll a die when doing a law or an observation test. This could be the turn. This is the turn. This is the omen. The omens are right. Tony's going in for the kill. So that was Lily. So she is done. Her actions. She did her focus. And then she did the asset. So let's refresh the asset. We'll mark it. And what have we got? Bandages. Item. You may discard this to heal up to 2 health. On an inspector on your health. I'm not sure we can read that. It's only 1, not the best. Is it a trinket? No. Still no trinkets that the urchin can get. Okay. So that was the end of Lily. So we'll do Diana Stanley next. Guess what Diana's going to do? Yes, you've guessed it. She's going to rest. And she's back up to 2 sanity. And 4 health. She's also, as a rest action, can she do? She could, yes, she can perform a task to enlist the masses. So she's rolling 6 dice. And she gets 4 successes. So she's doing this, if you remember, she has enlist the masses. Do a... Oh no, it's not a law, sorry, it's influence. Scrap that, it's influence, so it's 2, only 2 dice. And she utterly fails. So she failed. Diana, it's the hoodie. Nobody. No. Nobody takes person in a hoodie with a candle wandering around trying to enlist your help. It's just not going to work. Okay, so anything else during a rest action can she do? No, but she can get, as a second action, does she have any monsters on her? She doesn't, so she doesn't want to do that. So she is going to try and get rid of her agreement, and this is also -1 to her influence. 4, 5, no point. She needs 2 clues to discard it. Keep forgetting that. So she might as well just take her second action because she's not going anywhere. Or no, she could actually. She could move up, and yep, she's going to move up here. Oh no, she wants to get the clue. She needs to get the clue. So yep, she's going to take a focus. Get a focus. Okay, so that was Diana. We move on to Wendy. Now, Wendy, she is going to rest. So she gets one of her sanity back because she was also a little bit low on sanity. She was from 7 down to 4. She's now at 5. Is there anything that happens during a rest? She can incite the masses as well, which she's going to do. So let's enlist the masses. Now, because of her beef up in her skills, because of her glamour, she now is rolling 3 dice. So enlist the masses, 3. And we still fail. Oh, she should have done the blessed first. Well, she should have done her spell first. I still wouldn't have got past anything, but never mind. She's now going, as a second action, she's now going to do a Blessing of Isis on herself, which is an action. So it's law -1, so she's at 4. But she's going to use the arcane manuscript, which gets her +1. So she's back to her 4. So she's rolling 4 dice. And see if she can get self-blessed. Oh, you're joking me. Oh. Maybe I should. That is ridiculous. 2 1s and 2 2s. So she fails that. Oh, so we have to flip the card. I think she's going to lose this. There we go. The words of the ritual escape you, and for a moment you cannot recall them. If you rolled any 1s, discard this card. I did. I rolled 2 1s. So I lose. So she's only just got the Blessing of Isis, and she's lost the spell. She can't remember it. She is only a little child. Ah, stage fright, Wendy, stage fright. Hold on, once per round you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test. Is she going to be doing anything? She's going to take that. Does she want to risk it? Keep it, yeah, we're going to re-roll 1 die. No, she's roll. Yeah, we're going to re-roll 1 dice. Hopefully we'll get a 5 or a 6. Hopefully we will get a 5 or a 6. 5! It was worth it. So the markings of Isis, once per round you may re-roll 1 die when resolving a test. So we flip that. We've got our 5. We did roll a 1, but that doesn't matter because we've passed. We passed, yes. So let's get the Isis back again and flip it with 1 success. She loses her sanity. She's blessed, but she loses her sanity. Okay, so she's blessed. Excellent, so she is blessed. So let's get a blessed condition for her. Blessed, there we go. That's the blessed conditions. So she's blessed. So that gives her a 4, 5 or 6 now. However, she loses her sanity that she just got back. It gives and it takes, it gives and it takes. Right, okay, so I think I did that right. So Wendy's done, Dan's done, Wendy's done, Lily's done. So Tony, what are you going to do, mate? Well, Tony is going to focus for 1. He's going to focus for 1, and then he's moving into the Amazon. He's going to take on Nog. Excellent. Come on, Nog. Come on, Tony. You can take on Nog. Right. So, that is the end of the action phase. we move along now to the encounter phase. Little urchin, like Arya from Game of Thrones. She's blessed, that's 2 successes, that's fine. She gains a talent condition. Oh, we haven't had any talent conditions. Talents. Okay, so shuffle up the talents. Let's take the bottom one. Studious. Test will -1. If you pass, improve 1 skill of your choice. Okay. Okay, so will -1 again, so it's 3 dice. Oh, she gets 1/4, so she passes. So I can gain a +1 to another skill. So what's she going to go up by? I think she's going to get her will up by 1. Keep that sanity because she's down to 4 sanity. So everything but strength and law is up by 1. She's growing into a warrior woman. Okay. Cards back. Yep, that's all that does. So she's studious now as well. Oh no, discard the card. Oh no. Sorry. I thought it was discard the card, it's now flip the card. So it says, yeah, test 1 -1. If you pass 1 skill of your choice, then flip this card before it said discard. And we got 1 success, didn't we? Yeah. You're exhausted, so lose 1 sanity. Lose 1 sanity. Oh. Well, she can go and use that as an action. Oh no, it's an action. It's an action. People, stop. Stop. So she takes that back down to 1 because it's an action. I know you're shouting that out. It's an action. Can't do it now. Yep, can't do that now, it's an action, so forget that, all that wasted dice rolling. Right, okay, so where are we now? Done Wendy. Now it's the big one. It's the big one. Wendy might have to help with some spell casting. Diana would if she had anything to help with, but her skills are her sanity is so low that she's not going to do it. But Wendy might have to do Flesh Ward or Instill Bravery. So Tony, in you go with your dynamite and your limp while holding your back, looking around yourself constantly. But you're glamoured up. It's a risk, I know it is, but here we go. So, first of all, he is going to use his dynamite, which discards. So you may discard this card. Come on, focus. Discard this card, and you can to each monster. Your space will lose 3 health. Three health, okay. So I'm hoping the ghoul doesn't have anywhere near 3 health. And it has 1 health. So he's automatically killed. And Nog, now Nog has got toughness of the investigators +2, so that's 6. So he's down to 3. So down to 3. And now he's going wading in. So he's going to have to pass the sanity test, which is -1. So he's got a will of 2, but his Sword of Jerome gives him +2. And he gets a 6, which is worth 2. So that's 2. That's brilliant. That means he passes the sanity without losing any sanity, because he's only got 2 sanity. Now it goes into the combat. Now the combat is for combat is strength of 3. I have. It's a -2 test, so that goes down to 1. The Sword of Jerome gives me +5, so that's 6. So it's 6 dice. And we need to do 3 to kill it, and 4 to not take any wounds. So, what did I say? 6 dice, was it? 1, yes, 6 dice. So here we go. We've got a 6, which is 2. We've got a 5, which is 3. We've got 2 other 5s. Look at that. Woohoo! That's 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. That means he doesn't take any wounds. But he kills Nog. Yes. Yes! Nog is dead. Sorry. Creepy thing with lots of tentacles. No probing here. You're dead. So, the Sword of Jerome is exhausted. Now, I think, yes, Tony Morgan, when you defeat a monster during a combat encounter, gain 1 focus. Well done, Tony, you gain a focus. And what Tony can do in his action is he can spend up to 2 focus to gain a clue. Or 2 clues. Oh, so it's worth getting the dynamite. Yeah. Love it when a plan comes together. Cliche, but never mind. It was worth it. It was killing Nog. Epic monster down. So, although the mystery is not finished yet, because we've still got the Mythos phase. At the end of the Mythos phase, if the Nog epic monster has been defeated, solve this mystery. So we will have hopefully have solved this mystery. If we survive that long into the Mythos phase.
Von Niemann and Emil.
How many cards have we got left? I think there's about 8. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so 7 turns left. Oh, yellow. I think yellow is the worst. Or second. Oh, I don't know. So we have the Doom. Sorry, not the Doom. Not the Doom. The Omen track. The Omen track moves on to the Comet, and we do have 1 Comet. So the Doom goes down to 6. So it could go down quite quickly. It was not going down at all for the first 3 turns, and now it's gone down significantly over the last couple. That's pretty bad. So it's on 6 at the moment. Now, Reckonings. Lovely jubbly. Reckonings. You start off with monsters. This one and this one doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter either. This one covers all health. only this one is lose 1 sanity, that's on there. This one is lose 1 health, is on there. So monster wise we're okay. Now we do spawn 1 monster, and I'm wondering whether that takes us back up to 10, because the spawning comes before the counting. Who we got? Our first cultist. Okay. So cultists. Now the thing not having the cultists is they spawn monsters on reckonings. So it doesn't. Does it go somewhere specific? Nope. So where's it going? It is going to Tokyo. Oh dear, 2 monsters on Tokyo now. Alright, Tokyo. Okay, so that was the second. Yeah, so that was. So we need to count up the monsters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. So the Doom goes down, but we might lose out just on Doom. Down to 4. I need to close the gates. We need to. We've got 1 turn possibly where we don't have to worry. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Down to 4. 4 Doom. Okay. The rest of the reckoning. So that's Niggerath. That's the monsters. Rumours. So this we have to discard. So we discard the bandages, and another eldritch token goes on. I think I'll get possibly get Tony to do that next turn. He could clear that away. Otherwise, we won't have any assets to go for. Right. So that is the end of that reckoning. There is the next reckoning, I think, is possessions and conditions. So possessions and conditions. So possessions first and conditions. So we'll start with the lead and a deck condition. So that turns straight away. This is the guy again, same guy in the silk. It is silk shirt. Stock papers. I believe you will find this offer quite reasonable. Answer with. So we got to do a influence. If you fail, discard 2 items. So her influence is 2. Can't use the gain alley because we've already used it. But she passes. So she passes, then discard this card. Good, so she's got rid of her debt. Which the rest can go as quick as easily, so she can sort her out. Diana Stanley has got 2. She's got an agreement and blessed. They're both conditions, so I'm going to go with the agreement first, so we could use the blessed effect. Roll. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Roll 1 die, 1 or 2. A 6, so that's fine. The blessed condition, 1 or a 2. 2. We're going to use a focus to re-roll that. To get even a worse. we're going to roll. We just got that clue. Just got that clue. She can get a blessing next turn. She can try and re-bless herself. Alright, so she loses her bless condition. We've only got one clue. I have a feeling we're going to be needing clues. Alright, so that is Diana. So we move on to Wendy. Wendy has 2 conditions. She has blessed and the markings. So we'll do the markings of Isis first. So -1 on her law, and otherwise we flip the card. A 4, so that's fine. Don't flip the card. Oh no, we do. We flip the card. Flip the card anyway. But we got 1. Now, can we use anything? It's a law test and we've not used anybody. Trinket, no, talent, no, test, no, can't use anything, so swap it for 1. The mark, come on, focus. That's it. The markings drain your life force. Lose 1 sanity unless you discard 1 improvement token. Sanity would take us down to 3. Now we'll lose observation by 1. We don't want to lose any more sanity. So it comes back. So we've still got it though. Okay, so it's the glamour's wearing off a little bit there. Now her bless condition. Oh God! She loses her bless condition. Wendy only just had it. And she's lost her the spell as well, so she can't get it back. Lost both our blessed. Now, let's see what happens to Tony after his fight. Let's start off with his conditions first. So, is it conditions first? Possessions and conditions. So it's possessions first. There's a spell. I suppose the glamour spell is first. So, okay, so we'll roll test law and then roll the dice for his Azor spell. 1 success, but it's a 6. Now, does he get that as 2 successes? I think he does. I think that's 2 successes. Doesn't make any difference, it's still the same, no effect, isn't it? Oh no, lose a sanity or take a madness. It's going to lose a sanity. Oh, he's down to 1 sanity. No, I'll take a madness condition. Take a madness condition. It's already got 1 madness condition, so it's most likely going to be he's already got paranoia. Let's give him a hallucination. He's already got paranoia. Can we be paranoid twice about 2 things? Well, we'll have hallucinations now as well as paranoid. So it's a loose. So that one he doesn't test. Okay, so his injuries. No, his paranoia. Let's do his paranoia. So he's testing his will. He's got 2 ones. He's going to use both focuses. No, he's going to use 1 focus at a time. No, second focus. This could be the end for Tony. Oh, Tony, I think your madness is going to kill you after your heroics. Because I think you're going to lose sanity when it comes to paranoia. Let's see what happens. You felt the anger coiled up inside of you in such a long time. You can't control it any longer. You lash out at anyone near you. Each other investigator on your space loses 2 health and you discard 1 ally asset. Oh! Whew, dodged a bullet there. We have no allies. There isn't anybody on there. So that is lucky. Get rid of that one. Ooh, excellent. So let's do his leg injury. Test strength. He passes. So that's fine. His back injury. His strength as well. He fails. He fails, so you gain the pain in your back continues to flare up throughout the night. Lose 2 health and 2 sanity. In the morning you discover your scar. Oh no, 2 health and 2 sanity. Right. I think I can't. Hold on. Did I fail, didn't I? Have I rolled? What have I done? Yes, as I thought, Tony used his focus on his paranoia because I thought it would affect his sanity, but it didn't. But now his back injury has affected his sanity. His back injury. It says lose 2 health and 2 sanity. In the morning you discover your back is scarred with ancient hieroglyphics. -1 if you pass game 1 clue. But it's enough to make him go mad. So Tony has gone mad. Oh. In case of insanity or other diagnosis. So he is going to be in an abandoned building. So he keep all of his possessions, and if we counter his body we'll see what happens. But he's got the Sword of Jerome. We're going to have to go back and get the Sword of Jerome. Oh, that was painful, guys. That was painful. Tony in the Amazon, a bounty hunter, after his heroic deeds, just goes mad with. So we're just down to the 2 girls from the original 4. So, So he's done all of his reckonings because that sent him mad. So I don't think we'll do any of these other ones. We can get rid of his leg injury and his hallucination because they don't go. They're not items. Just the card we didn't want. That's got the yep. So maybe able to collect those. We'll have to work out if we get to his position. So we've got 2 dead people, Dexter and Tony. So the mythos hasn't quite finished yet because it still has an event. So we'll do the event and then we'll get another investigator. So what have we got? Oh, a gate. Spawn another gate. And it is... Oops, dropped it. Arkham. Arkham. And yet another monster. Oh, another cultist. Oh, monsters everywhere. Monsters everywhere. Okay, so that's the 3. That's the 3. So it's the 3 of the icons. Let's see what it says. Now that you truly grasp the significance of what you've learned, each scribbled note becomes unbearable to contemplate. All the books you have read and the icons you have scrutinized suddenly make sense as a single mind-shattering truth, terrible truth. For each clue an investigator has, the investigator discards that clue unless he spends 1 health or 1 sanity. Or 1 health or 1 sanity. So Diana could go down to 3 health, certainly not take that, or lose her 1 clue. She fought so hard to keep that clue, so she's going to get rid of a health and keep her clue. Well, Diana. Okay, so it's not ongoing, so that's the end of the terrible truth. Mythos. So, yet again, we go and find a new character. Oh, got a Hester. Don't want a Hester in there. So let's shuffle them up, but I can't see who they are from the back there. I'm just going to go into the middle. Take that one. Who is this? Jenny Barnes. An all-female cast. Jenny Barnes. So let's find out about Jenny. Born to wealth and privilege, Jenny has spent most of her young life in the most fashionable nightclubs around the world. But a life of decadence came to an abrupt halt when she received an ominous letter from her sister Isabel. In the letter, Isabel reported being followed by mysterious men wearing hoods and robes. When Jenny investigated, she learned her sister had been kidnapped to an island in the Caribbean. Jenny will use her wealth and international connections to find Isabel and punish the men who took her. So she starts at space 8. We need to get her an automatic, 1.25, a fine jewellery asset and a ship ticket. So I will just go and get those and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, well, her 0.25 automatic was actually in the reserve. So I've taken that and we've replaced the reserve with a spirit dagger. A magic item. There we go. Gain +1 will and +2 strength during combat encounters. Okay, so Jenny, what's her actions? So what can she do? You or another investigator on a city space may perform an acquire asset action and gain +2 +2 during that action. +2 influence during that action. Alright, okay. Once per round when you and another investigator gains a deck condition, that investigator may discard that deck condition. Oh, that's good. That is good. So wealth. So that's good. So we can take the deck condition and then just discard the deck condition. That's 2 successes automatically. It's basically so. That's really good. So she has her fine jewellery, which is a trinket. You may add +1. Come on, stay still. +1 to the result of 1 die when performing a influence test during an acquire asset. Right. Okay, so that is the end of the Mythos phase, which is the end of the spawn of the Black Goat mystery. That is done. 2 down. The cost of 2 people's lives. So, before we move on to turn 10, turn 8 and 9 were terrible turns in some ways. We're going to get a new mystery. I think that's it. Everything's been done. So, what do we have? Ritual of the Wild. Sorry. Bonfires near the wildest corners of the planet as the cult of the Black Goat perform their burial rituals. The cultists howl and shug Niggerath to let loose her children upon the earth. Place 1 eldritch token on each of the following wilderness spaces: 4, 10, 21 and Tunkuska. One eldritch token, 2 eldritch, 3 eldritch, 4 eldritch. So, 1 goes in area 4, which is up here. 1 goes in 10. 29, 10. Oh, that's good. That's right where Wendy is. 1 goes at 21 and 1 goes at Tunkuska. So Tunkuska, and 21 is down here in Australia. And I'll spread around the map a bit. Okay, so we've done that bit. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing an eldritch token may attempt to determine the ritual's purpose with an observation. If he passes, he may spend 2 clues to place that eldritch token on this card. The end of Mythos phase. The end of the Mythos phase. If there are eldritch tokens on this card equal to, so we need 2 to solve the mystery in this card. So we need 2. So we need 2. Right. 2 of these to be solved. Not a bad one. Considering that Wendy is already there, but she has no clues. Only Diana has a clue. So we need to get some clues. Now, if we'd had Tony, he could have spawned his own clues with focus by just getting his focus. But he got himself mad. He went mad. So, what do we do? What do we do, guys? Well, we'll tackle that into turn 10 of this epic encounter. So, quick recap. Very disastrous turn. We lost Tony. We did 1 mystery, but we lost Tony, who went mad after somebody produced loads of tattoos all over his body while he was having a bit of a nap. And we are left now with 4 lovely ladies to take on Shub Niggerath. We have Now, Lily Chen, who is here in Shanghai. Wave, there she's waving at you there. We have Diana Stanley. She's in Buenos Aires here. We have the urchin, Wendy. She's here. And we have our new investigator, the debutante. The dilettante, sorry. And that's Jenny Barnes. And I haven't put Jenny Barnes out, have I? I haven't found Jenny. So I need to find Jenny. Let's get Jenny. Jenny Barnes. There she is. So Jenny starts in the Caribbean, I think was 8, I think it was, wasn't it? Space 8, yeah. So she starts there. Which is close to an eldritch token, close. We can take this rumour away. So she could actually head towards the Amazon and pick up all of Tony's stuff and get a clue, try and go for a clue. So yeah, anyway, that's for turn 10. So, there we have it. Three gates, about 1 million monsters, 4 lovely ladies, Charlie's Angels, +1, to see what we can do. So, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. For anybody who's watched and subscribed, thank you very much. I will see you next time for Eldritch Horror. Until then, stay healthy.